once again, a very big round of applause to none other than Mr. Ohshiro. Come on, guys, let's give Mr. Ohshiro, the man who changed 1 million lives, on today's show. And we're going to have really up close and personal interview with the man himself, who is going to tell. But before that, Mr. Ohshiro will be translated by none other than my very good friend over there, Mr. Nick Nakao. So Nick and Mr. Ohshiro, welcome to my show today, to our show, Kangen Power Team Show. I'm so blessed, so honored to be able to invite you all. But since this is the first time we are going to have Mr. Ohshiro live on a Zoom interview with us, I've gone to the trouble to get this message out so that I can actually speak to Mr. Ohshiro directly in the Japanese language. So I hope I said this correctly, okay? So, Ohshiro Kaicho, Ohayo gozaimasu. Kyou wa tokoro arigatou gozaimasu. Sekai ju no hanbai ten ga Zoom de Kaicho to airu no wo tanoshimi ni shittemasu. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so I hope I did that okay, Nick?
Great.
Thank you. Okay, so once again, welcome all of y'all to our session today to listen to Mr. Ohshiro, and the reason of why we are here. Our lives has changed, our families' lives has changed, and millions of lives have changed. So, Mr. Ohshiro, can we ask you, when did Enagic actually started performing? You know?
エナジックは再認識、エナジックの活動を始めたのはいつですか？
エナジックの活動を始めたのは、1974年の6月21日。
1974, June 21st.
Wow! June 21st, 1974. I wasn't even born then. So it's amazing. So this company that Mr. Ohshiro has built has lasted the test of time. So I'd like to thank you, Mr. Ohshiro, for this opportunity. And the other thing is, how, because many question was asked, Mr. Ohshiro, that you like founded Kangen Water. So how did you actually come across Kangen Water? Did you create Kangen Water, or is it something that you found? And why did you choose this product, Mr. Ohshiro?
どういうふうにして還元水と出会って、なんで還元水を選んだのかということをちょっと教えてもらう。
還元水はね、酸化還元じゃないですか。
It's bringing kangen from acidic side to alkaline side.
Right.
疲れると酸化しますね。
If you would get tired, it gets acidic.
それを元に戻す。
So this is to bring back to alkaline side.
その水に30年前に私あったんです。
I met this water 30 years ago.
Wow.
美味しい水がたくさんありますよね、世の中に。
There's a lot of good tasting water around the world.
だけどこの還元水はそういう美味しい水という美味しいんだけども、傾いた体を元に戻すという意味がある。
The Kangen water, of course, is tasting good. However, it's not only the tasting good, but bringing acidic side to alkaline side. That is the main function of the Kangen water.
それが分かったので、
Because I understand that,
私はその商品を世界中の人々に飲んでもらいたい。
that's why I wanted everybody else around the world to drink this Kangen water.
その前にまず自分が飲んで、自分が健康になって。
Before I do that, I drink this water first and became very healthy myself.
だから最初は自分がモルモットですね。
That's why in the beginning, I was a Mormon of the
自分
Kangen
が
water.
体調が良くなった。
Because my physical status gets much better.
よしということで、私は以前のソニーの販売を全部やめたんですね。
That's why I quit doing the Sony product distribution.
そしてこの還元ウォーター一つで今日もできている。
That's why I only handle the Kangen water alone, quitting the Sony business.
途中からこの還元ウコンも入ってますね。
And I added the Kangen Ukon in between.
だからダブル還元ですね。
So it's a double Kangen.
右の腕は還元ウォーター。
Right side is the Kangen water.
左は還元ウコン。
Left side is the Kangen
両
Ukon.
方で 還元してるんです。
So both sides will bring kangen back.
コロナウイルスは関係ない。
So the coronavirus is not a problem for us.
皆さんもそうでしょ。
I believe it's the same thing for all of you as well.
Yes. In fact,
これがいいじゃないの。
Gary looks good too.
thank you, thank you. Yeah.
だから私のように、あなたのように、
Just like me and you.
世界の人がなってくれれば、
So I'm happy if everybody becomes that way.
あなたもハッピーでしょ。
Then you will be happy as well.
私もハッピーです。
Then I'll be happy too.
Okay?
So Kangen water has been around in Japan many years before Enagic started, or is it Enagic started Kangen water?
還元水というのは日本に長くあったんですか？
そんなないですね。還元ウォーターでアルカリ温水となった。
There was an alkaline water. Kangen water. Kangen water started by Mr. Ohshiro.
So the name Kangen water is actually by Mr. Ohshiro through Enagic, right?
Kangen water という名前はOhshiro会
もう
長が
こちらつけばいい。
Yeah,
エナジックの名前です。
Wow.
by Enagic.
I'm so proud to be part of this amazing brand.
この還元ウォーターというね、素晴らしいののメンバーでいられることを自分は誇りに思います。
Thank you. Okay.
Okay, so Mr. Ohshiro, we heard you talk a lot about your compassion. So what is the main objective of Mr. Ohshiro, your idea of having Enagic and Kangen water? What's your main dream for the distributors of the world? What do you want to achieve for the people of the world, Mr. Ohshiro, actually?
会長のその情けっていうのは、しょっちゅう会長おっしゃられますけども、世界中の販売店に対して、どういうことを彼らに達成してほしいか、あるいは会長が販売店として何を達成したのかということをちょっとお話しいただきたい。
それやっぱり真の健康ですよね。
It is actually the true health.
還元ウォーターを飲んで、
Drink kangen water
還元おこんを食べて、
and eat kangen ukon
体の健康。
and become the physical health.
そして同時に8ポイントですから、
And because of these 8 points,
経済の健康ですね。
then you can realize the economic, financial health.
そうするとたくさんの友達ができますね。
Then you can make lots of friends
みんなから感謝されますね。
and everybody appreciates you.
心の健康。
That will make you the spiritual health.
この3つの健康を実現するために、
So to realize this true health, three health,
私は大きなウォルマートのアメリカのスーパーとか、ベストバイとか、ベスト電機では売らないようにしたんです。
that's why I decided not to sell at the Walmart, you know, in all these big shopping centers. We don't sell anything.
マレーシアで言うと、まずサムさんにあんた飲んでみて、食べてみて。
In case of Malaysia, I decided that Mr. Samsia to drink kangen water first.
そしてサムシアが飲んで、真の健康を実現したら、今度ゲイリーさんにも飲んでみて、食べてみて。
After Samsia realized with the true health, he recommended Gary Gunn to do the same thing.
マレーシアのファミリーが全部真の健康を実現できるように。
So, you know, for the all Malaysian to realize the true health.
マレーシアは英語ができるから、マレーシアだけではありません。
Because Malaysian can speak English, so it's not only Malaysia.
当然シンガポールもアメリカも香港も
So you can go to
Australia,
Singapore, Malaysia, Hong
EU,
Kong, Australia, and EU.
世界のグローバルの人たちを真の健康を実現させる目的です。
So you guys can realize to convey the message to the rest of the world to realize the true health.
Right.
All right.
Thank you. So, wow. So, guys, if you are listening to this, you can know that Mr. Ohshiro's vision is not just about going there to sell a water machine. It has more than just about selling water machines. So, I believe what Mr. Ohshiro you have just shared is we want to be a complete human being to enrich people's lives, to change people's lives, right? It's not just about selling a water machine because there are a lot of products out there. So we are not just here about selling a water machine. It's all about the true health of every one of us on this earth. Am I right to say that, Mr. Ohshiro?
ちょっと彼にも
ジョンどうぞこちら。
ゲリーどうも来てるからそうますね。
Gary, Mrs. Ohshiro is here too. So
Okay.
Ohshiro.
Ohayo gozaimasu. Mrs. Ohshiro, nice to see you. Now, guys, if you all have not met Mr. and Mrs. Ohshiro personally, this is one of the most humble, amazing. Their heart is so big. The love for all of us is so immense. Every time I meet them, I feel like they are like my otosan and okasan, like my parents, you know, my Japanese parents. And I'm truly very blessed to be associated with them. So once again, thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Ohshiro, for your time. But anyway, can I ask you, Mr. Ohshiro, a lot of people all over the world has asked me this question, or asked a lot of people, why the name Enagic? What does Enagic means? Enagic, you know? And the true health concept, what do you mean by the true health concept in your words?
私たちはエネルギーでね、人間はエネルギーの塊ですよね。
Human has a lot of energy.
パワーですね、エネルギー。
Energy, power.
エネルギーが減ってくると免疫力が下がってくるんですね。
If the energy goes down, your immune system goes down as well.
パワーのある人は免疫が高いですね。
If you have lots of power, you have a strong immune power.
だからエネルギーというのは体の中からエネルギーが出てるんですね。
So if you have energy, you have your power of your energy coming out of your body.
だからゲリの顔も輝いてますよ、今見てるとね。
So your face is also shining.
エナジック。
Because of Enagic.
エネルゲン。
Enagic, energy, coming from energy.
エネルゲン。いや。ということで、エナジック。
Coming from energy to Enagic.
エネルゲンのある人が集まった団体ですね。
It's a group of the people who has a lot of energy.
クッドラ。グッドラ。エナジックということです。
So he said, C at the end, Enagic, that means the group. So energy, people with energy. Group of people with energy. That's Enagic means.
Amazing. Because this is the first time we are listening to Mr. Ohshiro to define the meaning of Enagic. Because a lot of time, I still remember 9 years in this business, a lot of people ask me, wait, what's the meaning of Enagic? You know, then so I'm so happy I'm getting that answer right now. So it's guys, remember, whenever you drink Kangen water and you're feeling so energized and you're going out to change people's lives, that's the meaning of Enagic, a group of people with full of energy, changing the world one glass at a time. I'm so amazing. Thank you, Mr. Ohshiro. And then, Mr. Ohshiro, what can I ask you, because you have been doing this, and I know this year you are celebrating your 79th, you just celebrated your 79th birthday. What, from doing Enagic, and you have spent so many years doing the Enagic business, what is your happiest moment running the Enagic company, Mr. Ohshiro?
会長がこのエナジックの会社をやって長い間ありますけども、今までエナジックをやってて会長が幸せだと思った瞬間ってどういう時ですか？
やっぱり還元ウォーターを飲んでる人にたくさんの人に会える時ですね。
It makes me happy when I meet a lot of people who drink Kangen water.
そして顔が輝いていて真の健康を実現している人にたくさん会えることですね。
So when I meet a lot of people who has a brilliant face and be happy, that's when makes me happy.
その時はもう何よりも嬉しいですよね。
I'm so happy when I see those people who's brilliant and happy by drinking Kangen water.
特にもうみんなゲリにあってマレーシアだったからあなたは相当頑張ってるでしょ。
I'm sure that I can see your face is so brilliant.
だから
I'm sure that
ゲ
you're
リ
really good.
ゲリみたいに会うとすごく嬉しいです。
I'm so happy to see you, Gary.
I'm happy to see you too, Mr. Ohshiro and Mrs. Ohshiro. Definitely. I hope the COVID thing is over. We can meet again in person and not through a computer, you know. Yes. So,
Okay.
yeah. So, guys, if you have just heard from Mr. Ohshiro, it's not just only the distributor, even the man himself, the owner of Enagic. His happiness comes from the happiness that he builds in other people. So when people are happy, he is happy, and that's how our business, the foundation of our business needs to be. We don't need to look at ourselves. As long as when we make people happy, we are arranged, we contribute to people's happiness, we can become happy ourselves. I'm so happy that it also comes from Mr. Ohshiro. Thank you. And Mr. Ohshiro, if you have a second chance, okay, if you have a second chance today to actually go back to when you started Enagic, what would you be doing differently? Is there anything you want to do more differently if you get a chance to go back to this day you started Enagic?
もしそのエナジックを始めた時の昔に戻れるとしたら、なんかいや実際とはまた違ったこういうことをしたかったっていうのはありますか？そういうことがあったらこういうことをしたかったっていうこと。
そうでもう今となってはもう今はもう還元ウォーターですから何百年戻ってもおそらく還元ウォーターでしょうね。
No matter how long I go back, even hundreds of years, only Kangen water is what I'm going to be pursuing.
だってこの仕事はもう世界で一番じゃないです。
This is the best work in the world.
他のどんな商品よりも水を飲むというのが基本です。
Compared to any other product, the basic is to drink Kangen water is the best thing to do.
還元水を飲みながら健康になるんでね。
So drinking Kangen water and realize your true health.
飲みながら伝わっていくでしょ。
So while you're drinking, you convey the message to the rest of the world as well.
昔のもうソニーのセールスには戻らないです。
I will never go back to Sony sales again.
Amazing.
100年戻っても
So no matter how backwards for how many hundreds of years, I'll always do the Kangen water business.
Wow. You know, guys, with this validation from Mr. and Mrs. Ohshiro, from company itself, you and I know that this company is going to last, I don't know, for maybe your 10, 20, 100 generations to come. And I'm so blessed to be able to be associated with them, with this company, with all of y'all, because we know very well that this is going to really, really last a long, long time, if not forever, right? So if it's coming from Mr. Ohshiro, with the challenges that he had from day one until today, he still wants to do this, even if he has a chance to go back 100 years. Can you imagine? What about you? Ask yourself this question. The man himself wants to do this and he is 79. Ask yourself, would you want to do this better, and would you want to go out there and change more people's lives? I would want to do that. So thank you, Mr. Ohshiro, for that amazing validation, that support that you give to me, to all the people around the world, and that we know we are in the right platform and that we know that we can go further. Thank you. Okay. Mr. Ohshiro, what is your future goal, and what's your future goal for Enagic? Because we've seen so many things that you are doing, and we are so excited. We see you opening, like you have baseball team, you have bowling team, you have golf, junior golf. Then I personally came to Okinawa, and I see you have a old folks home and you have the malls. So what's your vision? What's your direction, your biggest vision for Enagic, Mr. Ohshiro?
会長がね、今までこうやってやってられて、野球のチームがあったり、卓球やったり、陸上やったり、あるいはね、いろんな施設ありますけども、将来の大きなゴールとしてどういうものを会長ビジョン描いてらっしゃるのか、これを教えてほしい。
世界は一つですよね。
World is one unified world, right, Gary?
Yes.
だから世界を一つにして、世界中の人たちが還元ウォーターを飲んで、真の健康を実現するエナジックファミリーがどのくらいできるかです。
It's important that to bring how many people we can bring in to drink Kangen water and create the family of Kangen water from all over the world.
そしてその還元ウォーターを飲んだら世界中が平和になりますね。
Once you start drinking Kangen water, the world would realize the peace.
真の健康を実現するわけだから。
Because you realize the true health, you would have peace as well.
争うことないんじゃないです。
So there would be nothing to argue and bump each other.
まあ大きな夢ですけども。
That is the big dream.
ギャリーさんのような人がたくさん出てきたら。
So if we have lots of people like you, Gary, all over the world,
世界をエナジック国にすることです。
So we'll make the Enagic country for all over the world.
Wow.
これが目的ですよ。
That is the purpose.
Thank you. Wow, guys, did y'all hear that? It's like, can you imagine you're running your own country? Can you imagine you're building your own country? And that's exactly what Mr. Ohshiro wants, because I think we all believe the idea is one person cannot make a big difference, but one person going out there and have more and more people coming together we can change the world. And I think that is really true with what Mr. and Mrs. Ohshiro together with Enagic they are doing. And what we are doing as the distributors, we are also going to that same level. So thank you so much, Mr. Ohshiro. So, Mr. Ohshiro, with the modern way of doing business, with the, like for example, now COVID-19, I can't be there listening to Mr. Ohshiro directly face to face. We have to talk over computer. So with the internet age being here and more active than ever, what does Mr. Ohshiro think about Enagic and internet? What's your idea? How can we actually, do you encourage us to blend this together and do it? What do you think, Mr. Ohshiro?
今の世の中はね、こういう特に今日みたいな時もフェイスとフェイスじゃなくてこの画面越しでこうやってやってますけども、今のこのコンピューターの時代にこれから先その IT というものをどんどん活用していくべきなのか、どういうふうに会長はその辺を考えていらっしゃるのか、その IT をどんどんやれっていうのか、あんまりやらない方がいいと思う。その辺のちょっと会長の考えを聞かせてください。
IT も当然ボンボン使っていくべきでしょうね。
Of course, we need to use the IT as well.
ただしそうやって顔がゲイルの顔見えてるじゃないですか。
But we can still see your face.
だからフェイスですこれは。
So it is face to face in a way.
だからインターネットもフェイスとフェイスも一緒です。
It's internet, IT, as well as the face to face. They're all same thing.
問題は早めにたくさんの方々に情報をお知らせすることです。
What's matter is to how fast you can convey the message to everybody else around the world.
500名、1000名集めて講演をしてフェイスとフェイスも大事です。
You can bring 500 or 1,000 people to do face-to-face seminars. That is also important.
インターネットを使ってこの Zoom でまたたくさんの人にお知らせすることも大事ですね。
And also it's as same importance as well in using the Zoom or any other media to communicate with everybody else around the world.
正しい情報を正しく伝える。情報は伝えないといけない。
The important thing is to convey the message. Correct message, convey the correct message to everybody else.
たくさんの人たちが待ってますので、
So many people are waiting for you.
アフリカの人も待ってます。
That's a lot of people waiting in Africa.
トルコの人も待ってます。
In Turkey.
当然オーストラリアも待ってます。
In Australia.
ブラジルの人も待ってます。
In Brazil.
エクアドルの人も待ってます。
In Ecuador.
行くのもいいんですけども、
You can also go visit there.
でもインターネットを使って正しく伝えることができれば、
But if you can convey the message using the internet and give the correct message to everybody else.
正しく伝える情報。
As long as you can give the correct message.
その情報で人を助かるわけだから。
So due to your correct message, people can be helped.
Right. Wow. That's amazing. So guys, did you hear that? It's all about delivering your message. And the world that we are living in today is all about speed. Because you must understand, you are not the only one doing Kangen, and you are not the only one doing health business or things like that. So there's a lot of information that's going on in the internet. And therefore, what Mr. and Mrs. Ohshiro here is trying to tell us is that as long as we give correct information, guys, remember, if you notice the whole message that Mr. Ohshiro was trying to put forward, it's okay to do the internet marketing, to do the internet information, to deliver your message. Just make sure you are putting it on the right information. You are giving people the right information. So like, for example, there's no health claims, no medical claims, no income claims, you know, things like that. As long as you are spreading the right message, the internet, I believe, it's the way to go, because like what we are doing right now, we are actually using the power of the internet, right? So yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Ohshiro, for actually giving us that idea and that blessing for us to really go towards delivering the message using the internet, because we are living in the world like this right now. All right. So the last two questions. Okay, guys, today's session will be very quick because Mr. Ohshiro is, as you know, as usual, has many appointments set up. So after this, he has to rush for another meeting. So we'll just keep this around 30 to 40 minutes. I've just two more questions to ask you, Mr. Ohshiro. How, from your point of view, from your understanding, how is Enagic different from other network marketing companies that's around? How is Enagic different?
マジックというのが他の MLM のビジネスとどう違うのか、その辺をちょっと考えてみます。
まあやっぱりうちの会社は違うってのは前からディファレントって言ってますよね。
I've always say it's different.
まずはクイックリターンがあるじゃないですか。
We have quick return. That's one thing.
それで全てのチャンスを与えるじゃないですか。
And we're giving chance to everybody.
Wow.
そういう人の世界にチャンスを与えて、全ての人が真の健康を実現するということをしてますね。
We give chance to everybody in the world and give them a chance to be successful.
そして私たちはこの人間の自由を求めてますね、みんな。
Everybody is looking for freedom.
体の健康が悪くなると自由じゃないです。ベッドに寝てますから自由ないですね。
If you don't have the physical health, you don't have the freedom because you'll be laying down on the bed.
経済的な健康、経済がなくなると今度どこも行けないですね。
If you don't have the financial health, then you cannot go anywhere.
ご飯も食べれないだろう
You
し、
can't eat food.
何もできませんね。
There's a lot of things you
これも
cannot do.
自由がないですね。
That prohibits you to have the freedom.
で最後に友達ですね、お友達。
And finally, the friends.
人は一人では生きられませんので、
People cannot live alone.
たくさんの友達が必要じゃないです
You need to have lots of friends
か。3つの健康を求めてるから他の会社と違うんです。
because we're looking for this three true health. It's different from rest of the MLM business.
これが大きな違いですね。
That is the big difference between us versus the other MLM business.
ですから私たちの会社は皆さん参加してくるんです。
That's why in our business, everybody participate into this business.
私も参加したい。
Everybody wants to say, I want to participate.
私も参加したい。
I want to participate too.
ELPA の考え方ですね。
That's the thought, thinking of the EAPA.
還元ウォーター飲んでレベラックを1台購入したら参加するじゃないですか。
If you drink Kangen water and buy one Kangen machine, you can participate with us.
それ以外に在庫を買うこともないです。
You don't need to purchase any additional stocks.
皆さんのご家庭に1台レベラックをつけてください。
Only thing is to buy level up and put into your kitchen.
まあ K8 でもいいでしょ
K8
う。SD5 を
or SD501.
取り付けしたらもう参加して仲間になるんです。
As long as you have one unit set in your house, then you are part of a family.
他のネットワークだとこれを買わなくちゃいけない。毎月これだけ買わなくちゃいけないというノルマがありますね。
In other MLM business, you have to purchase certain amount of products every month to keep going.
私たちはそういうことはしてないんです。
We don't do these such a things to Enagic family.
世界の人々を自由に動いたり、またあちこち旅行したり、人を助けたり、自由にできる自由を求めているわけです。
We want everybody to have the freedom to do anything, go anywhere you want to do. We want to have everybody to have a freedom by having the true health.
まあおそらく私はいつも違うと言ってます。
So I always say just different.
皆さん全く違う。
So the people who participate with Enagic, they'll say we are different.
何が違うのかと言ったら、
If you say what's the difference?
違うんだよ。
We are different.
どこが違うの？
What's the difference?
いや違う。
It's different.
で私は終わるんですいつも。
That's how I end up. Always say just different.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Guys, did y'all notice that Mr. Ohshiro spent like it was easily 5 to 6 minutes telling you the difference of Enagic, but he didn't tell you about the water. Do you know how many people just go out there, keep talking about, I mean, the water is good, Kangen water. Like, remember guys, I mean, to my KPT people, I always tell you, when you ask Mr. Ohshiro, what's the difference? He will keep telling you, it's different, it's different, it's different, right? So the difference is just drink the water. But if you notice, Mr. Ohshiro actually spent a lot of time talking about that freedom, talking about that fast return. I don't know if y'all agree with me, but do y'all notice that the commission is being paid so fast, even during the MCO, even during the lockdown, the coronavirus, the company continues paying? Can we all just give Mr. Ohshiro a thank you in the chat button there? Just, all right, thank you. If you all felt blessed, okay? If you all felt blessed by this man, this couple, and by Enagic, just give thank you. Just press all the thank you that you can. You have 500 people here. Oh, by the way, Nick, please inform Mr. Ohshiro there are already 500 people on this chat group watching right now. But we are not able to go live, guys. Sorry, please tell your people we are not able to go live on Facebook. I don't know why. Mark Zuckerberg probably had a bad day this morning. I tried it 5 times. It can't go through. Anyway, technical things does happen. Okay. Anyway, last question to you, Mr. Ohshiro. Now, Mr. Ohshiro, we noticed that the 8-point plan, you know, your 8-point commission is very unique. It never, even myself, I come from a network marketing family. I've seen so many plans, but I've never seen a plan so amazing like the 8-point commission. Can you tell us, Mr. Ohshiro, since we get a chance to interview you here, how did you come out with this 8-point plan? And is there any meaning in the reason why you structure the plan as it is right now in the 8-point commission? How did you come out with this amazing genius plan?
その MLM の家族で育ったけども、その8ポイントシステムみたいなこういうプログラムって見たことがない。でどうやって会長がこの8ポイントプログラムを作ったのか、できたのか、その考えのその元になるのはどういう考えのもとにこういう8ポイントを作ったのか。やっぱり公平に利益を分配すべきですよね。The basic thought is to give the profits to everybody in equal basis. 8でスタートしますから。So we started at 8. 8は中国語で末広がりです。The 8 in Chinese means go wide, right? To get prosperity.
Prosperity, yes, prosperity.
でそれでこのチャンスを与えてますので。
So we give chance to everybody.
私たちの仕事はどこからでもスタートしていけるんです。
In our business, you can start from anytime, anywhere.
スタートが早いから成功するとは限らないんですね。
Even if you start early, doesn't mean you have an advantage over somebody else that come in later.
自分のペースに応じてスタートできるんですね。
You can do your job, your work, based on how you want to do it, when you want to do it.
そしてうちのプログラムは横に広がっていくじゃないですか。
Because our business, you can grow your business to the sideways.
1A から 6A まで。
From 1A to 6A.
そして横にずっと無限に行くじゃないですか。
And you can go forever to the sideways.
だからアメリカのダニエルは28名います。
Like Daniel DiMaccari from US has the 28 people on the side.
彼は50名目標にしてますよね。
He's trying to make 50. He's targeting for 50.
バイナリー方式ではないから。
So we are not binary business.
自分のペースに合わせて。
So you can do your own pace.
チョイスできます。
You can choose how you want to do it.
なぜか人間は自由だから。
Because everybody is free.
自分に合わせて自分のペースでやっていける。
You can do your own, you can pick and choose your own pace.
それいろんなこと判断をして。
So based on, I have thought of many situations.
そして8ポイントに決めて。
So I decided to have 8 points.
そこから 6A to ゲリのように 6A ゲネル、you are 6A to dash 4, 5?
That's right.
5まで。で、サムさんは6まで行ってるじゃないですか。
Yes. So starting from the 8 points, I start thinking 6A, 5A, 4A, all these things. Then we have thought of all this.
もう全部自分のペースでやればいいんですね。
So you can do your own pace. You can catch your own pace.
8ポイントなんだけども、
it's 8 points.
ランクが上がっていって上のようになりますね。
But you can go up in rank.
写真がありますね。
As you can see, there's 5A's. That's 5 and that's 6 up there.
ゲリーが一番上になるんじゃないですか。
So Gary, soon you're going to be right on top. Yeah.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes. So, did Mr. Ohshiro, did you created the 8-point plan? Did you create it and is it really patented? Is it patented?
Yes, I created and I decided to run this way.
Wow.
So Mr. and Mrs. Ohshiro both start doing the ABC, created this system. They have tested, they have done demos. They started from the ground, from zero.
You mean Mr. Ohshiro, you actually go and do demo in the early days?
最初の頃はご自
全部
身でも。
今でもできますよ。
Yes, I can do it by myself still. I can still do it today.
Oh, guys, are you all
取り付
listening
けて
to
できます
this?
よ。
I can do a setup of machine in the kitchen, your kitchen.
Amazing, amazing. Guys, are you all listening to this? It's so humbling to listen to the man himself. He's still able to do a demo. Obviously, today he has the luxury of getting people to do it, no problem. But he can still do it. And not only that, he can even fix your machine in your kitchen. Wow. And it's so amazing to know, Mr. Ohshiro, that you personally created the 8-point plan, you and Mrs. Ohshiro, and have it patented, because then nobody actually is able to copy the plan. And I'm not sure from which country you all are looking at this, but from my country in Malaysia, I mean, I always so amazed, even with the 8-point plan, Mr. Ohshiro in Malaysia is already paying out 57% of the selling price of the product. That means the retail profit is 57% in Malaysia. Can you imagine the generosity of this man, of this couple, and his words of wanting to just help people? It's not just words, it's through action that we are actually all benefiting from this. Now, guys, if any one of y'all here have, for whatever reason, benefited from Mr. and Mrs. Ohshiro through Enagic, just press a me there. Just put a me at the chat button. I want to see how many of y'all have actually benefited. Wow, Nick, I'm not sure if you are seeing this, Nick and Mr. and Mrs. Ohshiro. Look at the number of people that actually has benefited from all of y'all, from Mr. and Mrs. Ohshiro from Enagic. We are truly blessed. I'm truly so honored. You know, and today's session has been amazing. Thank you, Kaicho. Thank you so much.
Okay, be happy and say hi to your wife and family.
Nick, before Mr. Ohshiro go, Nick, before Mr. Ohshiro go, I just want to end it with, since I started with the Nihongo, I also want to end it with Nihongo. Okay, so I hope I said it right. All right. Okay. Kaicho, soshite okusama kyo wa kicho na chanashi arigatou gozaimashita. Totemo kouii desu. 来年 Las Vegas no Global Convention de Okay,
thank you.
Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you. Thank
All right, bye-bye.
you, Mr. Ohshiro. Thank you.